Wellness Center for giving me this opportunity to share with you guys something that I'm really passionate about. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about my American dreams. You know what I fear about every school year? Roll call. I fear when people ask me to spell out my last name. What's your last name? Fu, I said. But how would you spell it? Here we go again. F-U. That's when people really started looking at me and giggles. My last name, Fu. That has been around China for 4,000 years. Here in America, it creates laughter and weird looks. I can never forget their face, their smile, their laugh, how they made me feel ashamed without even knowing. Funny enough, me and my dad actually had this conversation about my last name. He told me that if I feel uncomfortable, then it's fine to change it. I immediately refused it. I told him that my last name is part of who I am. It's something that I can't change. My name grew with me since the day when I was born. Besides, changing into F-O-O, it's worth my original name. It just doesn't feel right. It's my cultural identity. I grew up in Qingdao, China, a place known for their delicious beer, Qingdao beer to be specific, beautiful sea view, delicious seafood, and amazing people. Growing up, I always had this Chinese pride in me. You gotta admit, 2008 Beijing Olympic ceremony was one of the best. We have the biggest population in the world, and we have the fastest growing market in the world. So growing up was pretty comfortable. And because of my easygoing personality, I was able to make a lot of friends. I remember the day my parents brought up this idea of moving to the US. I was 9 at the time, scared, excited, and overwhelmed with this constantly butterfly in my stomach. My image of America comes from movies, where people with light skin, blue eyes, and blonde hair. Because of in my head that time, I was thinking because of my easygoing personality, when I moved there, I will be picking up real quick and then make a lot of friends as well. But my journey didn't turn out as sweet as I thought. Elementary school was hard, way harder than I expected. I remember in English class, we'll pair up into groups and discuss about a lesson. I will always be the one who was sitting alone, struggling, while everyone went to their friend. I was just sitting around looking aimlessly. In the end, the teacher will end up picking a group for me. I get it. I have to start at zero while living in a new foreign country. In my heart, I want to join the conversation that they're having, laugh at the joke that I wish I could understand. So I went to talk to my father, who I really respect, and he said something that I'll never forget. You have to accept the truth. You are an outsider. We gave up everything we have in China so we can come here. Can't you see you don't get any advantage and you just gotta work twice as hard than others? This hit me hard. In that period of time, I shut myself down and I was insecure. Were they laughing at me because I was different? Later on, it turns into me questioning my own cultural identity. I felt like an outsider. I blamed myself for being Chinese. I thought that if I was born here, then everything will be so much easier. If I was born here, I will understand the TV show that people grow up watching. I will not struggle every time to start a conversation, scared of the fact that I'll end up embarrassing myself. My Chinese pride were slowly being ended up by my insecurity. Because of a language barrier, I started hanging out with people who are also Chinese immigrants. We help each other with homework and laugh together and talk about the TV show that we grew up watching. Soon, we formed our own circle, but people gave us a name, Fob. That's what they call us. I hated that name. In the beginning of junior year, my English teacher, Ms. Cho, had this whole chapter about cultural identity. There's one specific article that stood out to me. A Korean boy who moved to the US as a child, and he has been struggling because he had lived in a country where his culture was not being recognized. In the article he wrote, I was terrified because I had been grown up in a country without many visible Asian America in the culture. Learned to hate every part of me that is strange and foreign. So he began to deny his own culture and started to fit in, becoming Americanized. However, when he got into college, more and more people wanted to know about his culture. They were interested about the Korean food that his mom made and knowing about his childhood in Korea. His work spoke to me. In high school, I tried to fit in by joining water polo team, but I soon realized how acceptable my teammate is. They were interested about every Asian food that I brought to practice, laughed together about the fact that I literally ate everything with chopstick. Learning about my language while I was dipping my chips into my guacamole. This made me look at myself in a different perspective. I am proud when my teammates were asking my childhood in China. Because when you truly feel proud of your own culture, you will be more acceptable of others as well. Just like how I cry every time when I hear Remember Me in the movie Coco, how my Mexican friend told me that Crazy Rich Asian make her cry 3 times in the movie theater. Different culture that are not your own can still send a universal message or be relatable and evoke an emotional response. You see, cultural diversity is what makes our world so beautiful. Seeing different people coming together. For the people who feel ashamed because you have a different cultural background, please surround it by people who respect your culture. Instead of being ashamed, see it as something you could bring up to the table. Let me tell y'all my Chinese dish. Let me tell y'all my life growing up in China. People will start listening about it and be more open-minded about it. Don't ever close yourself off and think that you shouldn't share your differences. Trust me, there will be people who will embrace your culture. Thank you.